Hello everyone, this is an interesting one. June the 2nd, 2025, 287 and 687 proposed changes to routes, and it's not what you think it is. It's not the withdrawal of a school route, it's a rerouting. So 287 and 687 proposed changes to routes. We are proposing changes to bus routes 287 and 687. Use the following buttons to find out more about what is proposed and how this may impact you. You can also view maps, ask questions, give feedback and find out about other ways to get in touch and have your say. You have until Sunday the 13th of July 2025 to give us your feedback. We are proposing to reroute the 287 and 687 bus routes along Maplestead Road and Goresbrook Road. These roads don't have a bus service at the moment. We want to do this between the Lodge Avenue roundabout and Checkers Lane Heathway Junction. This means that 287 and 687 will no longer serve a section of the A13. Please see map A below for details. And I'll show you this in a minute or so. Route 173 will continue to provide a high frequency bus service on the section of the A13 that the 287 and 687 will no longer serve. The proposed changes require changes to be made to local road layouts in order to enable buses to be rerouted. This consultation sets out both the proposed changes and highway changes. So about this consultation, this consult is being carried out by Transport for London in partnership with the London Borough of Barking and Dagenham, LBBD. Bus changes proposed in this consultation are the responsibility of Transport for London. Changes to roads and pavements are being proposed by the London Borough of Barking and Dagenham. We're working together to gather your views to make improvements that benefit everyone in the community. More information about the proposed changes to the 287 and 687. Bus route 287 runs between Barking Station and Rainham Abbey Wood Lane, with a bus in each direction every 15 minutes Monday to Saturday daytimes, and a bus every 20 minutes on Sundays and in the evenings. Typically the hours of operation on the 287 are from approximately 05:45 to half past midnight. The 687 is a school service running between Barking Station and Dagenham Park School. On school days only, it runs eastbound in the mornings and westbound in the afternoons. At present, both routes run along the A13 and the A1306 between Lodge Avenue roundabout and Checkers Lane Heathway Junction, as does the 173. Under these proposals, the 287 and 687 will continue to access Lodge Avenue roundabout from Barking, but will then reroute along Lodge Avenue, turn right into Maplestead Road, continue along Goresbrook Road and join the A1306 new road at Checkers Corner, eastbound and vice versa for westbound journeys. No changes are proposed to the 173 as a result of this scheme. And another map, a close up, and at the other end at the Checkers Lane corner. To improve the way buses serve Goresbrook Road and the communities that live along and close to it, we'll need to make changes to roads in the area. This includes install a bus gate at the junction of Goresbrook Road and the Heathway at Checkers Corner. This is pedestrianised with no access to vehicles at present. General traffic would not be permitted to use this route. Now I'm not going to link to these maps because obviously you can check in the consultation for yourself, and like I said, it's generally to alert you to the consultation. Make changes to an emergency services access only barrier in the middle section of the scheme on Maplestead Road to allow buses to run along the length of the road in both directions. A bus gate would be installed here, allowing access to buses and emergency services, but not general traffic. Amend the Maplestead Road Lodge Avenue junction to better facilitate bus movements. Install accessible bus stops on Maplestead Road and Goresbrook Road. Indicative locations are shown in the accompanying maps. Final locations will be confirmed once feedback from the consultation has been analysed and incorporated. Make changes to the current car parking vision to accommodate these changes. Around 11 spaces are expected to be impacted. Install one-way systems on a series of roads that have junctions with Maplestead and Goresbrook Roads, namely Ackenbury Road, Canonsley Road, Allerton Road, Flampstead Road, Greenfield Road, Wicks Road, Elstow Road, Treswell Road, Rodowns Road, Coomers Road and see the highway maps. Please note, because the length of this road under the scope of this scheme is a long distance, we have divided the section into sections to help you identify where you need to look. We move from east to west, starting at Lodge Avenue and ending at the Heathrow Junction at Checkers Lane. And again, links to the various maps. And as I say, I'm not going to show these maps because you can look at them in your own time. And when you click on the Y button, or Y, providing a good quality public transport experience is a key objective for Transport for London. Being the bus closer to where people live encourages more bus travel by making it more accessible and more convenient. We want to bring bus routes 287 and 687 close to where people live in the Becontree estate, north of the A13. We think this will help make the bus network more accessible for people. We also think that providing bus stops on Goresbrook Road will make for a more pleasant experience when waiting for a bus compared with the A13. However, we will continue to provide bus access on the A13 through the high frequency route 173. We want to help mitigate impact to local buses from the works to replace Lodge Avenue flyover, which is upcoming, which will be taking place from late 2025 and expected to last 18 months. Rerouting the 287 and 687 away from the A13 works will improve reliability, punctuality and journey times for passengers. We expect that many people will benefit from the easy access to the 287 and benefit from the opportunity to travel to places such as Barking Town Centre, Rainham and local schools. We think that those with mobility issues and school children will especially benefit. And don't forget, you also got the overground now at Barking, and what obviously technically you've always had the overground at Barking. The fact that it's now integrated in itself makes it more accessible. The bus cannot physically access Maplestead and Goresbrook Road at present. In order to reroute the bus, changes to the highway are needed. In making these highway changes, the opportunity has been taken to also improve the road for pedestrians and cyclists as well as bus users. We have tried to minimise negative impacts, for example by ensuring that running does not occur. Other benefits include a more consistent journey time for passengers because the bus routes will avoid often queuing traffic on the A13. Now then, here is the enlarged map, and you can see Goresbrook Road and Maplestead Road and Becontree. So Hedgeland Road is where the 145 runs, and the 162 is up here. Well, I say you know the layout. You probably know the layout. And if you have a look on Google, this is an aerial view. So you've got Maplestead Road, and you can see that the layout is not a straight through road. And don't forget, this is to avoid that running from the past. Although, I'm not quite sure to what extent it would be viable now to do that running. I mean, normally this was done in the days when it would have been a bypass for lorries. It might have been a cut through for lorries rather than cars. But that's Goresbrook Road, and we now come down to the junction of Checkers Lane. Down here, you can see that's also at the moment sealed off. I'm not quite sure why there never was a bus service here. I mean, don't forget the Ripple Road, etc. has been extensively rebuilt. It was a more normal road in the past, but it was extensively rebuilt, I think, in the 80s and early 90s. So it's now more of a barrier than it used to be, more of a hassle to get from one side of the road to another. So that's probably another reason as well why. Although again, you could say, they could have done it, several years ago. Well, 20, 25 odd years ago, 30 years ago. But I'll put links to everything in the description below the video so you can follow at your own leisure as usual, just to alert you to the changes.